At 4:30, remember this man? Take a good look here. Does his face look familiar to you? He has made WBTV headlines before, and he is again. A judge practically banned David Satterfield from towing cars more than 2 years ago after finding he was preying on drivers during the pandemic. But now a WBTV investigation has found that the same man is still towing hundreds of cars. Our David Hodges has more on this.
Did they release the vehicle?
No.
In a courtroom in Raleigh, truck driver Nicholas Bedney testified about the time he was towed in Charlotte.
You guys have reported on David Satterfield before, and I just wanted to let you know he's still up to the same shenanigans.
WBTV was there 1 year ago when Bedney got a court order to get his truck back from Automobile Recovery and Parking Enforcement, David Satterfield's company.
You've been served, okay? How can I help you? That's all it means.
Bedney was in Raleigh because the North Carolina Department of Justice was seeking to hold Satterfield in contempt for violating the court order they got in 2020. That court order requires Satterfield to get permission from the property owner before towing each vehicle, and that he release every car to the owner for just 1/2 of what he's charging.
It prohibits them essentially from doing this work while the case is proceeding.
But in court, Bedney was the only witness, and the judge ruled against NCDOJ's criminal contempt motion.
Are you still towing cars?
We still had questions for Satterfield after the case.
What do you think about the judge's ruling? No criminal contempt in this case.
He said it all. I done told you that.
So I'm still getting calls from people and seeing receipts that have Automobile Recovery and Parking Enforcement on them, showing charges more than what's allowed in the injunction, credit card fees more than what's allowed in the injunction. Is anybody in your company still towing?
I've got nothing to say to you, man.
But we have a way of finding out. Tows in Charlotte are supposed to be reported to the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department, so we requested those records. Since the injunction was filed against Satterfield, his company has reported 706 tows to CMPD over 2.5 years. Most of them have been at apartment complexes along Siegel Avenue.
The fact that he's still towing it is unreal.
That's where Brittany Barnett lives. Her car and 179 others have been towed from lots along Siegel, where the median household income is $29,000 less than the county average.
I got my kids. Rent just got paid. I don't have money like that for this guy, especially somebody that shouldn't even be towing.
Barnett paid more than half price to get her car back, and she was charged various fees in violation of the court order. Since this report in August, signs for Automobile Recovery and Parking Enforcement have come tumbling down along Siegel, but some remain, including at the Salvation Army.
Giving you a call because I'm standing at the Siegel Avenue property.
A spokesperson for the Salvation Army told us they were unaware of Satterfield's history. They took his sign down.
Contempt.
You're a piece of my company's not doing anything than any other impounding company.
That was our David Hodges reporting. Satterfield is facing 10 felony charges and was indicted as a habitual felon earlier this year. His next court date in those cases is November 14th.